Clearly, they're very nervous for the final home game. Questions for Joel and Theo?
So Theo, you've been crashing press conferences and kind of being off to the side there for 3.5 years. They're going to give you an open mic tomorrow night after the game. Have you given any thought to what you're going to say? And it's like it's going to come true.
Yeah, I mean, I think I prefer to have it the other way, where they just don't tell me they're going to have me speak. Nah, it's going to be a great moment for me. I know I'm never shy in those moments. I'm just going to tell you I'm 100% probably going to cry, but just going to get that out there.
Your tapping kind of makes it seem like you're already nervous about it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little, ever since that Notre Dame game, last game, I've been a little emotional about every game we played. Just understanding that it's coming down to the wire of my career here, and it's tough.
Joel, you got engaged this weekend.
Yeah.
What's the story there? Give us a little insight into the process.
The process.
It's been going on for a while.
He wants some tips.
What is that?
Yeah, it was going on. I've been going through the process just during the season, and
I knew that was going to happen. Don't you know I'm not the only one that comes in and interrupts people's press conference.
It's all good.
Uninvited.
Yeah. You just wanted this one moment.
If only we
taller
could have had
than
a wager on that.
I was going to say something else.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy these two. I've enjoyed the crap.
but yeah, it was a big time moment. I just brought her into the gym, and I just wanted to do it somewhere where it was least expected. And I told her I had left something here, and I was just out on the court, and I was looking around, and she was like, "Can you just tell me what you're looking for so I can help you?" And I was like, "No, I can find it on my own." And then just pulled her out to the middle of the court, and I asked her, and it still doesn't feel true, but I'm happy, and the biggest thing is it's about her being happy. So.
Not to put you on the spot, but is Theo your best man?
Oh yeah. He's gonna be my best man, and it's gonna be a great wedding. So if you're not coming with energy, you're not allowed.
It's kind of a trend in the program. Marcus a couple years ago, Justin last year, and now you. Is this kind of, why do you think that's so?
I just think it's
a light skin thing.
You won't have
I ain't gonna say that, but
yeah, let's do the next question. That's good. Next question.
But no, it's just all about just growing up, and you know, if you feel like it's the time, it's the time, and I just felt like it was right for me, and you know, I'm moving on to the next stage of my life, and you know, with senior night and stuff coming up and the season coming to an end, I just felt like it was the right time. So it's I followed the trend, but hopefully we can have somebody else be a part of it. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But it's been great though. So.
When you go back to when you got here, I mean, I'm sure you don't think about, gee, I'm going to be an MOP of a Final Four, I'm going to end up getting engaged, but kind of blow you away where you are now in life as opposed to when you first got here?
Yeah, it has. I mean, the times I went back my freshman year to my dorm, crying and yelling over there at Theo, like, "Man, Theo, well, what is going on?" Yeah, we just sitting there and we trying to figure it out. And that's the one thing that's why our relationship with each other is just so strong, is because we went through the grind together, and it's times when we sat in our living room and just talked it out and made sure that we kept the right mindset, that every time we went in the next day, we wouldn't let what happened the day before affect what's going to happen the next day. And we helped each other through this process, and that's the great thing about us. But if you would have told me that I would have had the Final Four MOP and a national championship and whatever else, I would have told you that you were lying to me. But it's been a dream come true to be able to get all these accolades and do it with some of the best guys. But honestly, you know, Theo through this process and has helped me a lot, and even Justin when he was here, but his was a little different. He was starting and everything, so I was a little bit more frustrated than he was. But it's been a testimony, and it's been a great ride. So.
Can each of you guys speak on this? Can you just kind of summarize what you think your legacy is when it's all said and done?
Hopefully 2 national championships, 3 Final Fours. That's the goal. I mean, it's been one hell of a ride. I mean, we went from not playing much and just trying to contribute as much as we could so we can win, and now we're at the senior year, we're very important parts of the team, and trying to lead our guys to the Final Four. I think now it's just, we sound like dads a little bit when we talking to the younger guys. We want to get our boys to the Final Four, so get on our back or something like that. So it's been a fun ride. It feels so much different. I feel like yesterday Marcus and Bryce were telling us that, and now we're the head guys just trying to make sure we want those guys to have the same experience we did. So it's a little different.
So what do you think your legacy will be?
Also, he's been an MVP, so I ain't had that one. I might want to add that to my list.
No, it's been a lot of fun, and you know, the biggest thing is what turned my career around here was when I stopped pointing fingers around to the coaches and saying that it was their fault for me not playing, and I finally just asked myself, what am I doing to be able to have so the coaches can have confidence in putting me out there on the court? And when I asked myself that question, my whole mindset and everything just changed, and it's just crazy how it happened. And ever since then, I mean, it's just taken off from there. And leaving my legacy here is something that I take pride in. You know, I want people to remember what I did on the court, but I also want them to remember how I've had an impact on not only the fans, or the older crowd, but even their children as well, just to show that it's about just having heart every time you do something, and whatever you do, just make sure that you're giving it your all, and that that you're making sure that you're doing everything in your will to be the best that you can be. And so while it's all about, you know, me being a basketball player, it's more to it than just that.
Senior speeches are a big deal here on senior night. Do you prepare something, or do you just wing it?
Wing it.
Yeah, I think you just wing it. I think coming off the heart is, people will remember that more than, it's going to be a little late, so I'm going to try to keep it as short and sweet as possible, but.
Leave him more time, right?
Yeah, I got to leave him more time.
It's going to be way shorter than y'all think. If I start crying, I'm going to cut it. I'm an ugly crier.
Question is, will Coach Williams cry?
Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah, I think the reason why Coach Williams will show a lot of emotion is because we took a chance on this program when things weren't going good, and when people told us that we weren't going to be able to make it to the tournament because we were going to have all these violations against the program. And me, Theo, and Justin, we stuck with it, and we didn't listen to what everybody else was saying, and we took a chance. And we honestly, Coach did a great job of letting us know that nothing was going to happen, but at the same time, you know, that could scare you a little bit. But we still stuck with it, and we came here and did what we wanted to do, and that was to make an impact on this program and to win a national championship. And I think that's why Coach will be so emotional, just to know that he had guys who believed in him, and we just stuck with him through the process, and everything turned out fine.
Reach
With all that you guys have experienced, being a senior, you've already talked about being like a dad. What advice would you give yourself as a freshman? Dial it back to then.
It's a good question. Just like Joe pointed out, don't point yourself at point your finger at the coaches. Don't blame it on them. Look in the mirror and understand what you're doing. What are you not doing? Are you doing everything you can on the court so the coaches can trust you to put you in the game. And I think that's what I preach more now than anything is when you come in, give us something positive, and then he's like, well, why would I take him out when he's giving us something? And I think that's the biggest thing. Don't look at, oh, he don't trust me, he not putting me in the game because he don't like me or something. That's childish. And I think that's the biggest thing. Just go out there and play your game and do what you're told.
Joel, what would you give your freshman self advice?
Yeah, just basically what I said.
Grow your hair out.
Yeah, I would give that advice too.
You looked horrible.
Yeah, I did look horrible my freshman year, so I totally understand why Coach would put me in the game, but
He didn't want to look at you out there.
But yeah, it's just all about making sure you do what you're supposed to do and putting yourself in a situation for the coaches to be confident in you. And you know, it's hard when you're coming in trying to adjust to being on your own and not having your parents there to keep you accountable for what you're doing. But at the same time, you just have to make sure that you're taking care of that stuff yourself and making sure you do what you have to do each and every day. And you know, I didn't learn to start stretching and stuff until my going into my junior year. I didn't know how much it meant until I started doing it, and I saw how better I felt. But it's just all those little things, and that's what's fun about staying in the program for 4 years is that each and every year you learn something new about yourself and what will make you better as a person and as a player. And that's why I've enjoyed my time being here, is because honestly now, I promise you, I feel like I feel like my dad now. Like some of the things that I've seen my dad do at the house, I feel like I'm doing now. And I mean, I'm 22, about to go on 23, so it's just fun to see how the things that I picked on my dad about, I'm doing those same things now. So
I think the biggest thing to that too is like you have to go through those struggles also. I think like going through those struggles, you learn from that, and I think us going through it our freshman year has made us to the men we are today. As far as like, I remember this probably sound bad, but when Syracuse came back and tied the game up just the other night, I was like, being here, we just gonna do what we do and get back in this game and go make a play. And it's just going through those experiences like that just make you better as a person on and off the court.
Do you have a favorite off the court memory for each of y'all, maybe over the last 4 years, that stands out? There's plenty of obviously.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of them.
the biggest thing is I think just overall in general the last 4 years, I can say that me and Theo, you know, a lot of guys feel like they always have to be focused on basketball 100%, and they don't let anything else get involved with their lives, and it's just all about basketball. But for us, I mean, y'all see it on the social media, we're out dancing in our rooms, where every time you see us, we're always joking around, smiling and laughing, and you know, that's what it's about. It's about enjoying the process and having fun, and me and Theo, we're able to do that, and that's what's so great about it, is that we can have fun as being kids and still go out onto the court and have that killer mindset, and that's why I've enjoyed being around Theo, and just enjoy being here knowing that I can have fun while also being focused as well.
For both of you, what's one thing, and there's probably more than one, but what is one thing that stands out that you've learned from Coach Williams that you will apply to real life away from basketball?
I think the number one thing for me is family. From day one, coming in the summer, you see all the guys, former guys coming back and coming to play pickup and wanting to see Coach and see how he's doing, stuff like that. That just goes far beyond my understanding, really. I mean, it's just, I don't know if other teams have things like that, but all the big time guys come back. Marv, Michael always comes back sometimes, and Raymond. So I think that's the biggest thing. He's always a family guy, and he really cares about his players, and he treats us with the utmost respect and always wants the best for all of us.
Yeah, the biggest thing I take from Coach is just putting other people before yourselves. It's times where coaches pull me to the side during practice or during a game and has told me, you know, maybe you can say that in another way. And he told me that because you never know what people are going through during their days, and the only time you ever see them is at the gym, but you don't understand what they've been through. And so if someone is acting a certain way or doing something, you never really know what's why the reason they're being that way. And so just putting people before yourselves. I mean, even when we eat meals, Coach always lets us go first before the coaches. Whatever we do, we go to the plane. He always says players go first. And so he's always putting us before him. And that's the one thing that I can take away from Coach.
Could both of you guys kind of go through what your first impression was of the other? Like, Joel, if you go first, what was your first impression of Theo? And when did y'all, like, officially meet? I'm assuming it was in the summer on AAU or something.
Yeah, well, I knew about Theo, I think, before he knew about me, because on every tournament, or I mean, every, what would you call it, showcase event that we went to, you're going to hear him. And I was more the quiet dude, because I really didn't know anyone, but you heard Theo all the time. And we met at, McDonald's when we really first started talking. And from there, it just clicked like that. And it's funny because we never knew it. We didn't know anything about each other. And all of a sudden, once we started talking, I mean, we just got comfortable with each other. But it was just funny to see him, to just sit back and see him interact with all the guys, because I knew from then that he was a funny guy. So.
Yeah, it was McDonald's. That's when I first officially started talking to Joel and Justin a lot, because we knew we was going to the same school, so we wanted to become better friends, of course. But yeah, first impression was probably, I was mad at the world all the time. I mean, y'all can see he makes that mad face on the court, never smiling. Well, he smiled more this year. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I just always thought he was a hothead. But you know, I didn't care. I still talk to him. That's about it.
Time for a couple more.
Have you guys played any more video games like the famous preseason?
Actually, I think we only played, if we play a game, we're on the same team. And I don't think we've played it against each other anymore. You know, he got a wife now, so he don't got time for your boy no more. He got to make sure she good. Happy wife, happy life.
You have learned.
Yeah, come on. I never thought that was coming, but you know.
Have you set a date yet?
I'm looking for probably next summer, somewhere where I have time, but I think it's gonna be hell trying to plan a wedding. So
That's her job.
Oh God, you better hope she'll hear that.
well, I gotta be there.
Show up.
I guess I just gotta be there to say yes or no. But
No. You always just say yes.
Yes.
there's that one yes. Yes for always.
Good plan.
Just, yep, keep the process moving. So.
Just say yes from this day forward.
Yeah.
Hey, who would have thought our last press conference be about you getting engaged? Like, this is crazy.
This better not be your
I was
last.
gonna say, you got a whole 2 more
Oh,
tournaments to
well,
go.
yeah, I see what you're saying. My fault, Kurt. Why you get so angry?
I appreciate that, Kurt.
Joel, is she a student here?
She is, yeah. Kelsey Porter, and she was a dancer, but her class situation kind of stopped her from doing that. But yeah, she is a senior.
Better here.
I did, so that's why I want her to go wherever I go. So that's why I kind of took the initiative to go ahead and get that out of the way. So.
Y'all been here obviously 4 years, and 2 Final Fours, a lot of well-known on campus, among fans. Any crazy stories with fans on campus with students that stands out, given the high-profile-ness of yourselves?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is they always do, like, they bring random schools here to, like, take tours of the school, and little kids, you'll just be walking around on campus and they're like, I think that's Pinson. And I'm just sitting there like, I can hear you. And I mean, those are cool moments. I mean, you just don't ever think about you touch so many kids, and so many kids are watching, and it's a cool moment. I mean, they walk around campus every day, it feels like, and pretty cool.
Joel?
I don't have one, but I mean the same thing. It's just like everywhere you go, you're always taking a picture. The weirdest thing for me is when I'm trying to eat at a restaurant and I can just feel somebody just staring at me, and I'm just going in on my plate and I look up and somebody looking right at me, and I'm just like, and I'm just trying to enjoy my meal. But honestly, you know, it's just one of those things. I have a big caring heart, and sometimes what bothers me is that, you know, I wish I could sign everything that everyone brings up to me, and sometimes I feel like I'm being a little, I don't know, I don't want to say the word, but I just feel like I want to be able to do it for people, and I just don't have the time to do it that much because I'm always just trying to focus on what I do. So like if I'm running out to the court, I want to sign everything that I can, but honestly, you know, I can, but you hear people like, come on, you can sign it, come on, and so, like, those things just bother me because if I could, I would do it, and so, but it's just great to have a big following of fans, and everywhere you go, you know, you have somebody supporting you.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys.
And thank you, Brett Friedlander, for asking me on Friday if we were going to do this.